very own and personal headlight polishing business, or just polish headlights for yourself on your own car or cars, depending on what you have. I don't even know how much people charge to polish your headlights. $50, $100, even $100 is reasonable for a car like this. If you do 5 headlight polishing jobs in one day, that's $500. It's a very minimal amount of overhead, and who knows where you can take this. Leave comments, tell me what you think. I will be more than happy to reply and help you, walk you through starting your own headlight polishing business, because I know for a fact there's no shortage of headlights that need to be polished for at least 2 reasons. 1, it looks better, and 2, more importantly than look, is the safety aspect of it for seen and being seen at night. What better reasons do you need to sell the service that you can very easily advertise on Facebook Marketplace, on Kijiji, Craigslist, word to mouth? Hey, how about just walking around parking lots and seeing headlights that need to be polished, and your business card with a quote on there? Doesn't hurt. It's an easy way to run a business in your local area. You can do this 365 days a year. If you have a garage, you can do it outside, you can be mobile. What else can you do? This is like endless. There are other products and other ways of polishing headlights. This is just one of them, so don't be constrained to just, or think you're constrained to just this one way of doing it. You see a lot of people clear coating their headlights with aerosol. Being a retired automotive painter, I just can't see how aerosol clear coat on your headlights is going to last. Yeah, I would not, this is not the, I would go, it might look good at the beginning, but I don't think it's gonna last, and you're probably gonna have some really pissed off customers who are gonna talk smack about you, or gonna call you, complain, and you have to go and redo it. This, I know this is a much better way of bringing the headlights back to life. I've used this system on my own other personal cars for numerous years, and every 2 years, if you catch it early enough, it does a quick little buff over and it comes right back up. New cars, I do believe they've changed the chemical composition of the plastic. Well, so we would think. I guess we have to wait and see how the new cars age and see how the headlights do. This is a video for either how to or to start your own business. So it's a how to times 2. So headlights polished, water sand polished. I'm going to put all the links for the products I use. If I can find them on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate marketer. I'm doing this on my own free will, because I want to see you guys make some money. Providing a good service to these good tax-paying citizens and keep everybody safe and see where they're going. Your future looks bright. It's kind of funny. Your future looks bright. Your mobile headlight polishing system. Maybe I should package it and sell it. What do you think? Let me know. I can most certainly do that. I can get the package ready. I can source out the polishers and the proper materials and compounds, and then you can, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let me know what you think. Today I'm going to polish the headlights on this 2005 Mercedes 320 CDI. This puppy is 15 years old and the headlights look like garbage, which makes the car look like it's 100 years old. It's 15 years old, but it's still a pretty decent car. I'm going to show you the products I use for this. If you want to start your own headlight polishing business, you can do that with a very minimal amount of money. First off, you need a high-speed, variable speed polisher. This is about 30-something years old, so it works. So you can buy a used one on Craigslist or Kijiji or maybe Amazon. So what I use, I'm sure there's many different products you can use. This here is a paint polishing product. I believe it's made in England. Very good professional grade product. It's called Ferracula. This is the regular grade G3 cutting compound. You use this actually to polish paint, but I found this works really well on headlights. I've had this kicking around my house for probably almost 15 years and it still works great. I see the stuff actually sold on Amazon, so I will put a link in the description. I'm not I do not do affiliate marketing with Amazon, but I will put the link in anyway because it's easy to purchase from Amazon. So I use the G3 rubbing compound, and in conjunction with that I use, yes, this is old and worn, but it still does the job. This is called a G-mop. So this is basically the backing plate that goes onto the grinder or the high-speed polisher, like such. And you'll see in a second why that is, right? So that you can put this G-mop polishing head, just what goes on here like this, boom, like that, and we got mops your article. And then for the final finishing, when we're done, I have another polishing head that's for just very fine, and look at the baby on like this, boom, done. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. So you're thinking about starting a headlight polishing business? You can get into that with maybe a couple of $200-300 worth of tools and equipment, and you can go around your neighborhood or your town, and where you can charge 50 bucks to polish headlights. You can probably do 10 a day, $500 a day, cash. Not a bad little side hustle. I'm going to show you today how you can get into that with a minimal amount of tools and equipment. And then I'm going to show you how to polish the headlights. So you're welcome. Okay, so what I use this brand called Regular. This is super finish rubbing compound. This is meant to polish paint up, really old paint, or when you water sand a car, or when you paint correct a car. This is meant to polish that back up, and I found this works really well on headlights. This tube, I'll put a link in the description. It's not that expensive and probably lasts you a very long time. And then in conjunction with that, you just need any kind of high speed, variable speed angle grinder, polisher, and this is called a G-mop, and this backing plate. So just kind of what goes on here like this. And a couple more things that you want is, let's do this here. I use Gorilla Tape to paint to tape off the edges so you don't burn through the paint. Take two. Okay, I use Gorilla Tape or equivalent. You could probably just use duct tape. I use that to tape off the edges of the bumper in this car. So as you're polishing, you don't burn through the paint, then you don't want to do any more damage. And if you're doing this for people and you're charging them, you don't want to polish the headlights and damage the bumper. So it's very important that you tape off the edges on this particular car, but every car is different. Some cars is easier to get to the headlights than others, but you don't want to obviously paint, so you obviously don't want to polish people's headlights and then damage the paint. They're not going to be very happy about that. So it's nice and thick, so masking tape can work, but I don't really highly recommend it unless you may put like numerous layers of masking tape on there. So okay, and a little bit of water sandpaper. I have 1,000 grit and I have 2,000 grit of water sandpaper. Sometimes you need to just sand a little bit because it does all kinds of funky little buildups and deterioration of the plastic, so it makes life a bit easier. I also have this little sponge backing, a sanding block, little sponge sanding block that I use so I can then sand the headlight. And last but not least, So last I have this water bottle, right? There's a spray bottle. This happens to be like pump actuated, so pressurized, and just press the trigger here and it sprays, okay? So if you get that, let's go over that one more time. For regular compound, for regular G-mop mop head, angle grinder, polisher, thick tape, I use Gorilla tape, 1000 grit, 2000 grit sandpaper, sanding block, and some rags, right? Need some rags. That's basically it. I like to open the hood because when I polish, I don't want to touch here and go into the paint. So open the hood, and I'm going to start off with putting my tape on the fender, around here, the bottom of the light, top of the bumper here, and same over here. If you get good at it, you can probably do without that, but until you do, you don't want to wreck people's cars. They're not going to be very happy with you. Okay, this stuff's expensive, but it's cheaper than painting a bumper. You just kind of like this on the edge. Outside for 2 years. The reason why I know this, because this is my parents' car, and they don't drive anymore. Because once, if you're lucky enough, you get to that age, but then you just can't drive anymore. Because you just shouldn't. Alright, so you also want to be careful if you do this to a car that has freshly painted bumper or fender, or fresh paint. You don't want to put tape on there. Tape just under the fender, the paint here. Okay. So I'm going to start off by water sanding this headlight. This looks really bad. There's all kinds of like lines on here and layers of deterioration. So first thing I'm going to do is put water on sandpaper and just start sanding. See the lines here? It's like a different layer of deterioration of the plastic maybe. But see that, I'm sure, see if we take a better picture of it. These lines here. I'm going to water sand that some more so that's all off in uniform, and then it should be a nicer. And what the sanding block does is it nicely distributes the pressure on as you're sanding. So if you don't use a sanding block and you just use your hands, you're just gonna sand where your fingers are. So using a sanding block is much more efficient, save you time and give you a better finished product. Let's keep sanding here. Now the headlights are ready for polishing. Polishing is really messy and just sprays, overspray, polishing everywhere. So you don't have any cars beside you or anything that doesn't you don't want to get dirty. So I actually moved my car outside, and this made I just have the hood open. So I'm putting this piece of cardboard here so there's less overspray gonna go on the engine. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Anybody can learn this. There's no excuse why you can't make a few $100 a day polishing headlights. You don't have to go very far, and everybody has a car that has faded headlights. So pay close attention. This is nothing short of amazing, and if you do this in front of any car owner or any one of your customers, they are going to be just amazed of how you can take these yellow, shitty, I shouldn't say shitty, how you can take these yellow, faded, old, decrepit looking headlights and you can make them look new again. It's just nothing short of amazing. It changes the whole look of the car, and it's so easy most of the time. You can go to your automotive store and you can buy whatever kits they have that might work. I don't even know, but this works just amazing. And if you're doing this on the side of the side hustle, this tube will probably last you, I don't know, 50 cars maybe more. Anyway, so okay, pay attention. This is easy. Use my finger, just kind of spread the compound onto the headlight here like this. You can figure out yourself kind of which was the best way to spread it on. Like this looks just all over the map. Okay. I'm going to spray a bit of water on here to keep it lubricated. It's very important. The water is very important. And I take my polishing compound. It's a compound. Take my polishing head, this G-mop here, and you'll see how worn out it looks, but it still works really good. So spray some water on here. Okay. So just before I start polishing, I just get the polisher go spin like that. Okay, now pay attention and look close. Okay, I'm gonna go polish in a systematic way. Gonna go up, then maybe I'm gonna go left to right, and be very careful to stay away from the edge as much as I can. Dun, 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 dun. This is going over it just once. 100,000 times better than before. You actually see now the magnifying lens in here and the blinkers up here. Look at that. I mean, here's all the old one, all hazy. And look how clear that is now. Ooh. Compound on here. Kind of made a mistake here. I shouldn't have put the water on first. You want to keep this G-mop compound head lubricated with water. Not too much. Just do trial and error. You'll figure it out. All right, you ready? So as you're polishing, you have to put some effort into it because the polisher is going to go all over the place. You have to hold it tight and firm and press down on it, and you want to keep moving like such. Don't ever just stay in one spot and polish. You will probably burn the light or whatever. Just not good. Just keep moving nice and slow, nice and uniform. Like don't go like all over the map. You probably could and it will work, but don't do that. Just Like I said, every light is different. As you can see, I'm actually breathing a little bit hard because this does take some effort. So take a polishing compound head, take a grinder or your polisher, high speed, and slowly move it around in a uniform way, and then kind of look where it needs to be polished. And the lights will warm up. It's actually quite warm. So I'm thinking this is done. How I finish it up now, I'm going to put a little bit more water on here, a little more water on the head. There's still actually a lot of compound that's stuck in the head. That's still going to cut a little bit more. So let's do one more and see how it looks. It's warm and it actually is nice and smooth. Feels like a brand new headlight. Just looks a little bit faded right on the edge here. I'm gonna do a little bit of water sandpapering there. And polish it again. And you see the reason why I put tape on here, right? And how it looks. You see how close I go here? But you need to keep the polish nice and firm so it doesn't go bouncing all over the place, or the map, so it doesn't go bouncing all over the place on you. What do you think? Does this look better than before? Oh, warm, and it feels like a baby's butt. Nice and smoosh. Smoosh. Alright. Make an old car look new again. Let's do this right now. Then we're done. Take my compound, use my finger, put a little bit on there. Don't need too much. Right? A bit of water on here. Use my water and G-mop. And let's do this. Okay. So as I'm polishing, I can see right away that I didn't water sand a couple spots. So even though this looks like 100 times better than it did before, I see down here and a little bit up here I'm gonna water sand and take, you know what it is, it's some kind of film of some sort. Right, so I'll sand this here. Wow. Even I impress myself once in a while. But this looks fairly impressive. There's a little bit of a mess. A little bit of remnants of my compounding polishing head. Starts to degrade as you're hitting edges here and such. But look at it. One more step, I forgot. Okay. I polished the headlight with a G3 rubbing compound, which is very coarse but does a really good job. So you don't have to do this. Now there's, after G3, there's actually, you think there's G4, but I don't think there is. It's actually called G10, which is a really fine compound. I don't have any. I'm using some Simonized scratch remover. Got this at my local hardware store. So use this coarser polishing pad that is meant to use with the G3 compound. So I don't have any G10, but this is another also from Ferracula, very fine compound polishing pad that is meant for the finishing touch. But because I don't have a G10 compound, so I'm just gonna so this is the backing pad. So I Velcro this on here like this. Perfect. And let's just pretend this is some Ferracula G10 compound, which it isn't. Let's do just a trick just as well. Same, use my trusty finger, just spread it on. You can feel it's like It's very smooth. It almost feels like wax, right? So put it on here, put it on here, right? And I choose now put water on here. I'm putting a little bit of water on here to keep the polishing pad moist and lubricated. All right. So, and then same as before. Let's polish the headlight. And same as with the other compound head, just keep a firm pressure on it. Like, don't press too hard, but you got to keep. It's hard to explain sometimes. You have to keep the polisher firmly, and you like lock your elbows. All the thing is going dancing around on your elbow and maybe smack you in the face. So I put a bit of water on here. Let's go over one more time, and just like I said, keep it firm. Keep the speed here is 1500 RPM. Oh good God, this is so satisfying. This is so satisfying. This looks like a new headlight. This is like a brand spanking new headlight. Look at that. Oh God, I'm good. Okay, one last step. So, as you can see, the polishing pad is too big for a small headlight. So what I'm doing is I'm using this edge here for kind of this half of the headlight, and then the back edge like this for this part of the headlight. I always keep nice and moist, not soaking, dripping wet, just nice and moist. Wow. Wow, I am I am impressing myself. A little bit better than before, obviously. But more important than the look of the headlights looking better and newer is safety. Just the light these headlights give off at night, so just so you can see where you're going and people can see you. That's even more important than the look. The look is one thing, it looks like garbage, for sure. But seeing and being seen is more important, especially now that we're going into the shorter days of winter. We'll be doing a lot more driving at night, in the morning and after work and wherever you are. It's a no-brainer. You can sell this, you can do this. You need, like I said, very few tools. You need to be mobile. Even if you went into a parking lot, get a small little Honda or any kind of generator, you do it in any kind of parking lot, a very small investment, and you can make good money. I don't do this for a living, but I thought I can teach you guys something. You can learn, you can practice. Doesn't take a rocket scientist or a licensed mechanic or bodyman or painter or polisher or whatever. You can learn this, you can do this, you can make money, and you can like what you do. If you're a car person and you like cars, this will allow you to work on every kind of car, and you will make customers happy. Every customer is going to like this. It's just so rewarding in such a short amount of time, and customers will come back to you and they'll tell you that they weren't aware how bad the lights were at night until you polish them. I'll put the links to the products that I use in my description. I do not do affiliate marketing. I'm not making any money on this. I'm sure you can use all other kinds of products to get the same results. I'm just showing you what I use. It works, it's easy. Go out there and go make some money. Okay, let me go through this one more time. G-Mop polishing compound head. Check. G-Mop really fine compound head. I don't know what it's called. I can see if I can find it on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description. Comes with a stacking plate, angle grinder, heavy duty, high speed polisher. This bad boy is well over 30 years old and it still does an amazing job. There's a variable speed. You can adjust the speed on that. I use G3 super finish rubbing compound. This is an old tube The new tube, I'm sure, looks different. I don't know, but I'm guessing. This is a water bottle. This is actually a worth water bottle. It's pressurized. You just pump it up, you pressurize it, and then you just. But you can use any squirt water bottle. Just even use an old Windex bottle. Don't use Windex. Let's use water. That will work too. Here I used 3M 2000 grit water sandpaper. Also, this is super old, so the new stuff probably looks different. A sanding block, just for easier pressure distribution while you're sanding. I used Gorilla Tape. It's just nice and thick and it tears nicely. You can use duct tape, maybe use 2 layers of duct tape or something equivalent to this. If you're using masking tape, just put on numerous layers of masking tape, because the compound head, where is it? Right here, will eat through or burn through the tape really quickly, and then you can burn through the paint, and then you're going to have a very pissed off customer. So I use Simonized scratch remover and the really soft G-mop here. I'm not sure what I could use to now coat these lights, or do I even want to bother? I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. Maybe a coat of wax you can put on there. Maybe you can put what's it called, Rain-X. I don't know. So, and that's that. So now, as you can see, there's like crap all over the place. So now I need to wash the car. Paint city tape. Oh look, looky there. What a difference. What a difference. Last step after removing the tape is hose down the area before it completely dries up with some soap and water. Here you have it, the finished product of polished, new-ish looking headlights. Alright, here you have it. I hope that to start your very own and personal headlight polishing business, or just polish headlights for yourself on your own car or cars, depending on what you have. I don't even know how much people charge to polish your headlights. $50, $100, even $100 is reasonable for a car like this. If you do 5 headlight polishing jobs in one day, that's $500. It's a very minimal amount of overhead, and who knows where you can take this. Leave comments, tell me what you think. I will be more than happy to reply and help you, walk you through starting your own headlight polishing business, because I know for a fact there's no shortage of headlights that need to be polished for at least 2 reasons. 1, it looks better, and 2, more importantly than look, is the safety aspect of it for seen and being seen at night. What better reasons do you need to sell the service that you can very easily advertise on Facebook Marketplace, on Kijiji, Craigslist, word to mouth? Hey, how about just walking around parking lots and seeing headlights that need to be polished, and use your business card with a quote on there. It doesn't hurt. It's an easy way to run a business in your local area. You can do this 365 days a year. If you have a garage, you can even do it outside. You can be mobile. What else can you do? This is like endless. There are other products and other ways of polishing headlights. This is just one of them, so don't be constrained to just, or think you're constrained to just this one way of doing it. You see a lot of people clear coating their headlights with aerosol. Being a retired automotive painter, I just can't see how aerosol clear coat on your headlights is going to last. Yeah, I would not, this is not the route I would go. It might look good at the beginning, but I don't think it's going to last, and you're probably going to have some very pissed off customers who are going to talk smack about you, or going to call you, complain, and you have to go and redo it. This, I know this is a much better way of bringing the headlights back to life. I've used this system on my own other personal cars for numerous years, and every 2 years, if you catch it early enough, it does a quick little buff over and it comes right back up. New cars, I do believe they've changed the chemical composition of the plastic. Well, so we would think. I guess we have to wait and see how the new cars age and see how the headlights do. This is a video for either how to or to start your own business. So it's a how to times 2. So that's polished, water sand, polished. I'm going to put all the links for the products I use. If I can find them on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate marketer. I'm doing this on my own free will, because I want to see you guys make some money providing a good service to this good tax-paying citizen and keep everybody safe and see where they're going. Your future looks bright. Kind of funny. Your future looks bright. Your mobile headlight polishing system. Maybe I should package it and sell it. What do you think? Let me know. I can most certainly do that. I can get the package ready. I can source out the polishers and the proper materials and compounds, and then you can yeah, maybe I'll do that. Let me know what you think.